My name is Millicent and I'm the host of the These Little Hands podcast, and this is episode 11. And if you are following this channel, you would know that I uploaded episode 10 yesterday. And the reason I'm uploading an episode again today is I had a lot to share, but I prefer doing shorter episodes between 20 and 30 minutes than doing one long episode because it takes a very long time to upload. So yes, and I am going to talk a little bit about sewing and some acquisitions and a knitting project you haven't seen before. And I have another video that I'm going to upload today. I did the seamstress tag and I have a guest on that video. So that's all very exciting. It's been a weekend full of podcasting. So let's get into it. I'm not sure if I said this, but you can follow me on Instagram at Millicent_room. We have a Ravelry group where you can find all the show notes, and I'm very good at keeping my projects on Ravelry updated. So you will be able to find all the information there. So the first thing I want to show you today is what I'm wearing. So the top is not something I sewed, but I showed you this fabric. It's a little bit wrinkled now because I've been sitting here, but I made a wrap skirt out of this fabric, and it is a maxi skirt, and I got this fabric from one of my very good friends, and she is not a textile designer, but she's she studied textile design, and she works in textiles. And the pattern I used was this McCall's pattern, M5430. It says it is a 1 hour skirt, and I don't know if that is possible at all. Possibly if you pre-cut your fabric and don't take all of that into account, but it didn't just take me 1 hour, especially if you want neat finishings. But I converted this pattern into a maxi skirt, so this skirt goes all the way to the floor, and I really like it. I think I have to adjust. It has buttons on the inside here where you fasten the wrap underneath. I think I have to adjust it a little bit because it feels a little bit loose, and then it has a bow, so the one tie comes out of this side seam, and then the other tie is attached to the front band. It just goes straight. So this is something I've been wanting to make for a little while, and yes, I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm very glad I can use this fabric. So it's a wax print fabric, and it comes all the way from the Ivory Coast in Africa. And then the other thing I want to show you is my next make. So I got this fabric. I couldn't resist it. It just looks like geometric shapes, but if you look closely, you can see it's dancers. So I really love this fabric. And I think what I'm going to make with it, and I'm hoping to cut it out today, is this pattern, Simplicity Pattern 8014. And I want to make view C. I think it will be something I can wear a lot, and I will be able to work in it as well. Yes, so that is what I am going to do in terms of sewing. in terms of the knitting that I want to share with you today, I have a new project and I have a few acquisitions. So the video that you saw, maybe I should say the first video that you saw was a video that I took at the Cavalli wine estate when we visited that estate. My boyfriend's sister took us there and it was such a lovely visit. And the second video you saw was a little bit of the wine farm Babylon's Turin, which I spoke about in my very first video. It's one of my favorite places to go. And then you saw a little bit of a video with Yarny Goodness, and that was the Nurturing Fibers stand at the Hobby X show that I visited. So I'm going to show you a work in progress that you haven't seen before. So this is one of the, my Marley shawl, and this is what I cast on for my holiday to take with, to be able to knit on that. And this has been in my queue for quite some time. And I finally decided to cast it on over the holiday. And this is the Waiting for Rain shawl by Sylvia Bobilvia. Her designing name has recently changed, and I will put up the information here and in the show notes. So yes, I've done one lace insert, and the yarn I'm using for this is African Expressions Soul, and it is a combination of kid mohair, silk, wool and nylon. So it really has a nice drape to it. It's lovely to work with. It's very soft. And yes, I am very excited about this. I think it's going to be lovely, and this color really goes with my winter wardrobe. So I still have a long way to go. And the rows are long on this shawl. It's really long. But yes, I really enjoy it. And I'm knitting these on Chiago needles, I believe. Where is the... actually, I think these are Addies. Yes, I'm knitting these on Addie lace needles. I'm using the pattern, size the pattern recommended. I think it's 4mm. Yeah, 4mm needles. So yes, that is it. And then I want to talk about my acquisitions and gifts that I got at Hobby X. It was such a lovely visit. I've met Gina before. You would know if you watched the podcast of the Natural Yarns online store here in South Africa. But I've never met Coralie from Nurturing Fibers, and she had a stand there. So that was our first stop. And I actually was planning to buy things, and then she gave it to me as a gift. So I am very thankful and a little bit overwhelmed still. So I'm going to show you what I got. So this is a color that I've been wanting for a long time. This is on the Super Twist sock base. It's 100% merino, and the color is not showing up true. It's a lot more pink than it is showing up. So I got this skein of yarn, and then I got two. The other one I've put away for the moment. I got a variegated one, but I got 2 balls of the Eco Fusion, which is a cotton and bamboo blend. And I wanted to try out this yarn because I want to see how it drapes. This is a sport weight, and I want to test it out to see if I can use it in my garments or if it's going to stretch out too much. But I'm going to make some homeware gifts out of this to test it out. So this is the Sun-Kissed Coral colorway. So I got 2 of those. And then I was fortunate enough to be given another gift by a new to me South African yarn dyer. Her brand is called Silky Milky Moon. And this is 100% merino. And you can find her on Instagram. And she was kind enough to tell me to pick out a skein. So this is the one I chose. It was very difficult. There was a red one as well, and I still go in between the two, but I think I'm probably going to order the red one for me as well. So I've never knitted socks before, but this is going to knit up as stripes. So I'm considering making a pair of socks for myself for the first time with this. So yes, so that was that studio and that stall, and it was so nice to meet everybody, and we took a picture together which I will insert here. And yes, I really enjoyed just meeting everybody because I know them from Instagram, but I don't know them in person. And Carly was kind enough to offer me some advice. If you saw episode 9, you would have seen that I had a knitting disaster, and she gave me some advice in terms of how to dye my void shawl, and she also said that I can send it to her as well. So I'm probably going to do that because I don't have a pot big enough for the shawl. So we'll see if that turns out well. And then we visited the natural yarn store, which had a variety of yarns. So they had Rowan yarns, they had a few new to me yarns, but they have the online store. And I saw on Instagram today she's uploading the things that was left from Hobby X onto the store, so you will probably be able to look at those within this week. So I got one skein. She also has the nurturing fiber, so I got one skein of this charcoal color because what I want to do, and I want to ask you guys advice, is I have a very special skein of yarn in my stash that I got as a gift from a friend. It is the Hedgehog Fibers Film Noir colorway sock yarn, and I am considering pairing these two because I tend to knit very light things, and then in this winter I wear a lot of black. So, but I want to ask you, is this going to bleed, or can I test it, because I don't want it to bleed on my precious hedgehog fibers. But can I use these two together, and then I'm going to make a shawl out of it, because there's lots of black speckles in here, and I think this would go really well together. I think I'm going to make the Stella Luna shawl out of this. Okay, so I got this one, and then I got a few other ones. But can we, for a moment, just talk about Stellar Fiberworks? So this is dyed by the owner of the Natural Yarns shop, and she doesn't often have, or since I discovered her store, she didn't have a lot of her own yarns in that store. But her colorways are amazing, and it is the names are songs. So this is You Are My Candy Girl. But I want to show you, one of my knitting plans is to possibly take part in the West Mystery Cow. Now I know they already received Clue 2, but my plan was to see how Clue 2 looks and then join in, because I've never done a mystery knit along and I'm a little bit scared. But regardless, if I do the mystery knit along, so if you think I should, then please tell me what you think. Or to make another 4-color shawl, and any suggestions are welcome. So what I have is, I love this pink. And then I got this one, which is Friday I'm in Love. So it is blue, it's not grey, with a little bit of speckles in there. And then I got a lighter one. This is Beauty Bound in Old Silver. And then the last one is also Nurturing Fibers, the sock yarn, to go with that. So those are the 4 colors. So I have one pop and then the others that sort of tie everything together. So any suggestions are welcome, but I want to do a 4-color shawl with this. I want to do a really big one. So yes, I'm thinking the West Knits Mystery knit along. What do you guys think? Okay, and then I wasn't going to buy anymore, but since I got gifts as yarn, I was still in my budget. And then I got 3 colors for another shawl. So I'm trying to move away from my blue and pink that you saw there, because that's the colors I normally knit. And my cousin was with me, my partner in crime, and she picked out this, helped me pick out this palette that's a little bit different. So this is also Stellar Fiberworks. Look at this color, it's so amazing. Oh, it's not showing up as beautiful as it is. It's not tonal, it's a little bit more variegated, and it's green more than blue. This is Aurora Swims in the Ether, combined with, this is also more green than it's showing up. Right from the start, I gave you my heart. And I'm going to pair it with this one, which is a natural vanilla nurturing fibers. So for this, I don't yet have a plan, but I want to do a 3-color shawl. You can't see that it's more green, but I promise you it is. It looks more blue on the screen. Because green is very on trend, and I would love to have a greenish shawl. So those are those 3. And that is everything I got. It's a lot. Let me see if I take it like this. So I better start knitting with all my yarn. I love it. So any suggestions, please tell me. But I wanted to show you all of this. And yes, there we go. I'm probably going to cast on the new project today. Okay, so after all of those acquisitions, I know it looks like a lot, but I feel I knit fast and it will definitely get used. I am going to go on a yarn diet though until at least one of these shawls are completely finished. I'm wearing my Film Noir Hedgehog Fibers colorway, and I think this is going to be the next project, definitely. It's going to be very beautiful. I just want to confirm the bleeding on these dark colors. Okay, and with that, I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm probably not going to upload another video for a month, maybe more. This last few weeks in the year is always very busy at work, and I'm working weekends at the moment. So this is probably the last time you will see me in a while. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I love this community. Please give me your opinions on shawl projects. I know it's easy to search on Ravelry, but I find that recommended patterns are always very nice because you find things you never even considered before. And then I will see you in probably only in December, and I'm going to go out with some more video of the gallery that I visited at Cavalli Wine Estate, because the artwork that was there was fiber related and was made from different fibers. So I hope you enjoy that. Bye.